So I think I figured out what I'm stuck on here. I think. So I have the photo I took of the glowy pictures on the walls that have the clock faces on them, and the portraits are at different angles. So like this left one was my, presumably the father's photo, or a boy's photo at least. His head, like in the middle is my character with their normal, but on the left, the guy's head is facing left. In that like everyone has a front-facing photo, but the guy's photo is tilted so that the top of his head is facing left, and the girl, the top of her head is facing down. So I think I need to invert these inputs basically, so that you're pointing at like 1 instead, because you're upside down, and you need to be rotated 90 degrees to the left. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no. No, you're super wrong, because you're supposed to be a 90-degree angle, so no. Shorthand looks like it's... In this one, looks like shorthand's at 3 and longhand's at 6, so shorthand goes to 12, and longhand goes to 3 based on it being tilted like that. 3 clocks. None of them are running, but it looks like I can turn the hands. Is this wrong? It's turned... He's turned counterclockwise, so if this shorthand's supposed to be on 3, then it should be on 12. And that's on 6, 3, yeah. Oh wait, no. Instead of thinking which way it's turned, maybe I should be thinking which way it has to be turned in order to make it right again. So if I turned him back to normal, that would make the long hand at 9 and you at 6. Yeah, I was off. I was thinking about it in the wrong direction. There we go. Cool. Now the clock is bloody. This makes me feel like I'm playing... these kinds of strange inputs make me feel like I'm playing Rusty Lake Cube Escape games again when that stuff happens. Okay, so now there's blood. There's a light switch. I can't do the light switch. Okay, why did I want the time to be blood? Did the outside change now? Yes. Oh no. Daddy started cheating on Mommy with a whole bunch of lingerie. Just the lingerie though, no. There was no women, it was just lingerie. One day, Dad came home inebriated and tripped at the front door. I couldn't stand to see him on the ground all the time, so I went over to give him a hand. Besides the stench of smoke, there was another smell. A faint smell of powdered makeup. Daddy, no. Now what do we do? Will this office be different? Like what have I changed in the world around me, I wonder? The teacher's desk. On it are plenty of assignment papers. For whatever reason, I move very slowly in this room. Okay, so we solved what I was stuck on, but... to what end? Is there any item to grab? That's the door. All I can do is look at you to get a little background story. It's amazing how much this feels like some kind of Silent Hill scenario, which so did Lone Survivor. They both felt like 2D Silent Hills, which is fitting. All these indie developers making 2D games might as well make Silent Hill games, because Silent Hill's not going to make games. Is there any change? I still don't have a coin to put into you, right? Like, it's like... you're broken up. Do I try the other time now? There's no new one, I don't think. Nope. Alright, back to the other one. Piggy bank. Just hanging out being a piggy bank. How you doing, piggy banking? Waiting to be fed. They're just constantly tormenting me with the idea, like, you better find a coin, damn it, or you're never going anywhere. There's no way to go to the past anymore. That's that's direction to food. Oh, they're moving now. Okay, yeah, they're happy I figured out the clock puzzle, apparently. Okay, now we have... Oh, yeah, we have direction, that's for sure. The cracking we saw when we were in that office is now happening in the background. It's pulsing in and out of existence behind the trees. The forest is pink somehow? This is the most beautiful and colorful the game's ever been. This person's silhouette seems to be the sky. Oh. Therapy? I received your paper plane. I was truly worried you were still having trouble at home. But it looks like my concern was slightly unfounded. Like the white daffodil, you are innocent, vain, and candid in nature. Perched aside a pond in your snow whites, admiring your reflection. Being different from others can be a tough way to live. But I think I can understand that feeling. You said you want to learn more about my time abroad. All I can say right now is that my past is rather complicated. Unfortunately, many horrible things have happened on this land in the last decade. Believe it or not, our society wasn't always like this, oppressive and cold. Perhaps we should take a stroll down the boulevard on the weekend. There are things our censored textbooks don't mention, but are definitely worth knowing. Oh... Is that where the reading list came in that got everyone in trouble? What'd you write in the paper plane? Toss my worries out and receive your guidance. Oh no, so he probably exposed us to the information that got us in trouble in this nightmare thought crime society. Sometimes I think that when people complain about their freedom of speech being infringed in the United States, they don't really understand what that actually means. Because people conflate, like, people disagreeing with you as being an like, when someone disagrees with you and it's like, no, you're stupid, that's not infringing on your freedom of speech. This is infringing on freedom of speech. The part where people get executed and corralled away for thinking the wrong things. This is what you should be afraid of, not people that don't think the same way as you saying you're wrong. Radio station 103.0. There we go. We need that. Just as minor curiosity, should I try to jam this paper airplane in there? Nope. It almost looks normal at first, and then you realize my dresser's on this wall and my bed's on the other wall somehow. The waste bin's just gonna be dumping all its garbage out. This game's I gotta say, this game's structure surprised me a lot, by the way. So we start off in a school, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna run around in the school for a while, and then we're gonna, like, break out finally, and then maybe it's revealed that I'm the snitch, and the game ends, and that's it. But then we got to a town, and now we're in my own past, and, like, I actually have no... My finger is not even remotely on the pulse of, like, how far along the game we might be, or how it's structured and stuff like that, because it immediately threw away anything that I thought was a structure And now I'm just along for the ride. How do you turn off a mirror light? Look, it's me. Hooray. What happens when I turn you off? Guy in a hat? Oh, now he's going opposite direction to me. Now he's not showing up. Does he show up when I go this way? Does he show up when I stand still? Okay, now he's like disappearing. That raises some questions. The doorknob turns, but the door won't budge. A strange quote on the door. Follow that shadow in the dark, then you will be closer to the truth. So do I just go wherever the shadow goes? That would make sense, because he just disappeared after the first two. So he goes this way. How do you follow him when you go the wrong way, though? So he goes both ways. It's like he's reversed. But you always match me over here? Do I need to turn off the ones where he contradicts me? So that we always go the same way? Maybe, yeah. I think I figured it out. If he goes the opposite way as me, I need to like stop him before he stops me. There we go. Gotcha. Father's study is always neat and tidy. He always gave off an air of seriousness with a little bit of his own humor. Oh, there it is. The coin we've been waiting for. Congrats, everybody. Save up for my dream, little by little. Oh. She's trying to break out from her neighborhood and from her family. It seems like her neighborhood's dangerous. It seems like her family is falling apart and doesn't have money. And, like, she's just trying to save up for her future and break out. And maybe snitching on somebody else for, like... She might have even been responsible for how many... Like, it seems like she was the one responsible in the first place for people finding out about these books you're not supposed to know about, but then she saw snitching on them as an opportunity to take a shortcut to her solutions, and maybe this whole game's like a Silent Hill style manifestation of her guilt. The theater tickets counter. The doors shut tight. These are terrible sounds to hear, by the way. It sounds like somebody was crying, but then they warped the audio until they sounded like they were laughing. Like, that seems like it's the intention. Okay, so let's try to go back to my piggy bank if the game will let me. Now that I have a coin. Here we are. So this time doesn't have a piggy bank. Doesn't do anything? Oh, I probably have to click on it first. Hooray! I put the coin in my piggy bank. Hooray! We did it! Now we go into the future when it's smashed, probably. But I don't know why, necessarily. Does something worse... Does something weird come out as a result? Oh, ticket for the theater, right? It's a movie ticket. Oh, so she would save for her future, and then she would squander it on things that seemed petty. Maybe high school, like things like, oh, I need to go to... I need to fit in, and I need to go to this movie theater with my friends, or I'll be the weird one that doesn't go, and stuff like that. Maybe. Trying to click on it. A saying goes, actors are lunatic, and the audience are fools. These doors don't make any sense, by the way. The rooms that connect to each other. Okay, hi. Whoa, bright colors. Is this why she sacrificed her income and her money because she had a chance to see something joyful and beautiful and actually enjoy herself and be happy for once? But that's why she spent it, and she lost everything, and she can't look past these opportunities, and that's why she doesn't accomplish things in the long term. Maybe the theater tickets counter. Oh, drag it. Good day and welcome. We hope you enjoy your movie. Except things seemed miserable in there before. That color saturation, by the way. Holy crap. That's where we got the pendant. What? Oh no. Don't stand so close to me. Sometimes it's not so easy to be the teacher's pet. That's not where I thought we were. Okay. So on top of everything else, you were in a relationship with your teacher, which is why you have this pendant. You're sentimentally attached to and dependent on it. A pendant you got from a teacher that seems to have kind of taken advantage of you as a minor? Oh no. That's not the meaning I thought the pendant would get. I actually didn't notice it was gone. I really should have. That's what the... Oh, and he's like, shh, quiet. I really should have noticed, but I didn't, that the white... We had this pendant in my inventory the entire game, and then when we started warping into the past, it was gone. And that's why we had it in the first place now. A note on the floor. The search warrant. So they stormed my house with they had a search warrant. They went through everything. A search warrant issued by the district court with a list of public officials involved in a bribery scheme. When I went home that day, Father had already been taken away. I asked Mom what had happened. She quietly replied, "Dad got his hands dirty, but he'll live." Hearing this, I felt as if she was smiling underneath. Oh. So Dad got into business he wasn't supposed to, and maybe Mom was sick of him? Did she rat him out? Or was she just happy to finally be rid of him after what happened? After how the relationship was going? They just keep layering on more dark things onto this damn game. This poor person's life. This poor person that may have gotten a bunch of people killed. A reasonable excuse to enter the counseling office. Assignment book. So now I need to go to the counseling office. Well, I believe the counseling office is one of the previous chapters. I think it's the second one. I think it's that one dead-end room we keep passing by. Should be the last door in here. This isn't what the counseling office used to look like. I like the fish back when they were pretty colors that didn't, and not covered in murder background. Oh no, somebody's eating all the pretty happy fish. And here's all the paper planes everywhere. Are you supposed to... I assume you're supposed to... Like, let's read this again. Toss my worries out and receive your guidance. So, are you supposed to just, like, write down your life's, like, problems and strife, and then just, like, you just throw it, and then somebody else gets it? Because they're everywhere. In fact, all these planes sitting on the ground almost seem to suggest that nobody's actually being helped the way they want to be. And this is a distressing figure here. Constant scribbles, or maybe even barbed wire. semblance in the background. The teacher's desk. On it are plenty of assignment papers. Oh. It's still treating us like we're just walking in that one office. All the way down to the inspection dialogue being the same, even though everything's completely different. We're not even acknowledging the shape. Am I supposed to give you the assignment book? Miss Fang, the counseling process is near its end. I'm glad you're back on track. And hopefully won't be needing me anytime soon. If there isn't anything else, you should return home now. I still have plenty of assignments to look at. It's doing that thing where it goes at its own pace again. I don't know why. Counseling records. It's over. No matter what's been written on here, there is only farewell. Oh, the records for my counseling, because it was ending. Jeez. Counseling took a dark turn. I don't think it's supposed to go that way. Should I be trying to go... This is my family's house, right? So he was cheating on his wife, it looks like, while also taking bribes and cheating in government. Hang on a minute. Is that picture of his wife or of me? I feel like there used to be a picture of the wife, the husband, and the daughter, and now it's just the husband and the daughter, but that might be the husband and the wife, and it was always just two people. I might be misremembering. Constant overhanging drugs, just in case you weren't sure that everything's screwed. It's not really a great sign to have just an entire hallway presumably full of heroin, or something similar. Well, oh, hey! Let's go ahead and save. So we have found my way back into this room with the radio in the first place. We've seemed to finish the sequence and now can continue forward past the previously locked door, which now, instead of being a locked door, is just an open curtain, leading to maybe a spring of some kind? Now I'm back in my room, but for real? No, it's on a stage. Hello? No direct reaction to there being a weird copy of me. Okay, let's try giving you the necklace. No. That doesn't do anything. Paper plane. A glass cup of nauseating color, overflowing with stench of human corruption. Plates and cups clash against the walls as father's voice roared through the halls. After a series of curses seething, all that's left is mother's weeping. Our family was once sweet together, healthy and caring when we gathered. And now, every night a restless sleep, every morning hard to wake, so it goes on day by day, the anguish digs ever deep. I was shattered into countless pieces, mirroring the crumbling of a familiar world, in the state of ceaseless decay, plunging into a river of despair, floating in limbo for the rest of our days. Bye. Oh, hi. Is that what she wrote in the freaking... in the In the paper plane? So no talking still. Let's try the counseling. Oh, I couldn't bring up my inventory because I was still talking to her, technically. Anticipating when we meet, footsteps ever quick and slight, roaming through a neon forest, strolling past the dazzling lights. I've become a little lark, brushing past the pretty flowers, chasing all the playful butterflies. I glide merrily by your side. I've been an actor in our play, long before the curtain's risen. Being held is ever comforting, longing for your love embracing. Listen to your many whispers, feeling each other's tranquil breathing. The white deer walked into my grasp. What a pleasant surprise. What a turn of fate. What a... I want to keep this moment in my palms for eternity. Right, so I'm giving them these 3 items to her because they're the relationship with the teacher from front to start. It started with the paper airplane, then led to the white deer, the gift, and then led to the counseling report. That's why I gave them to them in that order. All of a sudden, we stopped meeting. You became distant butterfly. Oh, but not butterfly. You became distant bitterly, colder than the sun could melt. Air around you freezing instantly. And my frozen body's beating heart, with each pulse tearing itself apart. Again I'm left in abject solitude, in a house that I call home, in a space that I call school, a walking corpse whose mind's without, a sense of loss that's drowned with doubt. Oh. So basically this teacher was likely a bad influence on her, because it's like an adult taking advantage of a minor, and that's never a good thing. But she felt happy about it. She felt like this was a good thing. So much so that even though she hates her life and wants out of it and was saving coin by coin to try to escape from it, she was willing to spend her savings to go with this teacher who then leaves her. Is that when she told everyone about what she knew? Is that when the problem happened? Cheng Minghui, we need to talk about this. Miss Yin, it's not necessary to raise your voice like that. Why can't I? What were you thinking going after a child like that? Child? I was already studying abroad at her age. She's old enough to know what she wants. So what now? Will you lead her down this forbidden path? She only needs a push in the right direction, not for you to wrap your arms around her. Oh, is this why Miss Yin got reported? Is because Miss Yin was the one that was trying to stop this relationship from happening? That really should not happen, probably. This is our private matter. It's none of your business. How is it not? You're stuck in your little romance. Did you forget about us? We were already in the same boat, don't you forget? This took a hell of a turn, didn't it? A painful recollection. How many people had to pay for what happened? My soul is shattered into pieces. When I cannot put myself back together and forget everything, I open my eyes and welcome a barren world. Are we changing characters again? She is back, but she's not. She's translucent. You can see the chair through her. Oh. It's like, did I die too? That's a concern.